Hello everyone, my name is Raghav Grover and here's my team.
Other Jindal.
Ranveer Thind.
Snehit Raivaram.
Suhas Vittal.
We are provisions. Did you know that every 3 minutes someone is rushed to the emergency room simply due to a food allergy reaction? Catering to food allergies costs American families an estimated $25 billion a year. An acquaintance of mine at Georgia Tech was rushed to the ICU in the middle of the night last semester simply due to a reaction to Thai food. He had a shellfish allergy. This problem exists for all people on restrictive diets, in short PRDs, which comprises of people with allergies as well as people on health or religious diets. Now, the problem stems from the fact that people with restrictive diets have limited access to dining information, which limits their ability to go out to a restaurant and eat. And knowing the fact that statistics show that PRDs is an increasing number of people, we can see that this problem is only growing. Where we come in is that we ask the question, how might we help increase dining information accessibility for people on restrictive diets?
Now looking at the market size of our problem, this data shows the distribution of different dietary restrictions in Atlanta. We can conclude from this graph that there is a significant market for our product. Expanding this to the United States, there are 57 million people in the US who have dietary restrictions. Furthermore, through our data collection, based on the menus of over 40 restaurants in Atlanta, we found that the average number of food options at local Atlanta restaurants based on dietary restrictions was significantly less than the total food options. Vegetarian and vegan options were one-third of the total. Additionally, many food delivery companies do not have the adequate amount of filters that relate to the number of dietary restrictions that there are, making it harder for people with different diets to find food based on their diet. This is the sentiment data gathered by running the FLAIR NLP library on review data, gathered from the Yelp API. This data shows that there is a difference in customer satisfaction throughout reviews with the various restrictive diets as compared to the average review, since on average there is a higher percentage of negative sentiments for dietary restrictions.
Provisions is a cross-platform mobile application for finding and recommending food for people on restrictive diets. The problem in the status quo is that PRDs are unaware about places they can safely eat at. They rely on scattered information found in various sources like forums and friends and online menus. In short, a centralized data system is not present. Further, current food delivery applications do not have filters that accommodate all the types of dietary restrictions. Provisions caters to all these shortcomings. Its unique value proposition is that it focuses specifically towards PRDs and their needs. What Provisions eliminates is the tedious process of looking through online menus for suitable food and even a possible trip to the restaurant if the menus are not available. Additionally, the app also recommends restaurants based on the user's answers to certain prompts and adapts to the behavior. It also has a reviews platform that is fueled by the PRDs and for the PRDs. Thus, it has the credibility of members of the PRD community. Lastly, unlike other food delivery or find tools like Uber Eats and Google Maps, Provisions has more than the typical 4 filters. Thus, it caters to a larger segment of dietary restrictions, which include halal, gluten-free, pescatarian.
In our attempts to carry out market research, one of the things my group members and I did is work with the Yelp database. We parsed through the JSON file and used various NLP libraries to analyze review data and come to conclusions over customer satisfaction based on certain keywords. This kind of process would be necessary in our final implementation as well, since in that case we would need to pull data from various APIs and filter that data based on keyword the way we did in our experiment. The fact that we implemented a very similar system in our experiment shows the credibility of our team to tackle this problem.
We plan to have the user create an account which contains information like their diet, which is either a predefined diet like vegan or gluten-free, or their own diet for people with uncommon allergies like a tomato allergy. Then the user can look up restaurants based on the location and the type of restaurant, the type being like a Mexican or American restaurant, which would then query a database on the backend which should ideally contain information about a restaurant's menu, its location, its reliability, and a user's prior experience at the restaurant. Based on this information, we would select the best possible restaurants for them to visit.
So essentially, a user can go and download the app on their phone and launch it to find restaurants near them filtered based on their restrictive diet. And this means that the user does not have to pay a dime for this service. Or where we plan to earn any revenue is by charging restaurants to have sponsored results on our search pages. As far as continuing with grand challenges is concerned, we are still deliberating on that issue.